You look hilarious, bro.
So basically,
Was it your third person point of view?
no, I can't see the comments. I got a 22 piece on my screen.
So you walk around the warehouse?
I mean, I just got this. So like, I literally just got it though. Oh, it's like long legs, big shoes, and a fat jacket. So stream. So I'm at work. Just started. Just clocked in. I want you guys to meet one of my best friends, R. Jizzy.
Good chat.
No one's in here right now.
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
They gonna get you when they replay it.
They thank you, cause
they gonna get what I'm saying. It was good, chat.
So
I in the comments, don't mind Sue. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, one of Winston's grapes, one of Trey Folks. What? I know so. I was there. I seen the come up. You know what I'm saying? One thing we gonna have to do is acknowledge the drip. What?
God, I thought we throw a fit on Saturday. I thought we were sweating this.
So you gonna pull up to lose.
Live stream that.
You don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen.
I heard it stream live.
You don't want that to happen.
Live stream bowling.
Okay. So
stream.
obviously
I'm holding up. You feel me? This is my recovery week. I'm recovering from last week just for you.
He obviously doesn't recall the last time we went bowling.
That whack ass.
Whack is what we gonna call it.
You know that lane was trash. That don't even curve your ball correctly.
Now I'll tell you one thing.
What?
See, I never beat Mar one-on-one. I'm not even a one-on-one in general.
Mm-hmm.
I tied up with him there. That's what I'm saying. So I'm a little rusty. I ain't trained a little bit, but Cuddy, I'm dominating.
Nigga, last week was my first time going since we went. And nigga, I put my heart ablaze. I felt like we go out there. That's why my arm is shit right now, y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
I see.
I went plus ultra.
I can tell that you kind of overachieving right now.
Right.
You doing what has to be done.
You know what I'm saying? I literally had the white old head beside me sometimes. I'm doing too much for him to.
Oh. Can't hear you. My bad. Cuddy, I'm embarrassed. Hey, Miss Sullivan. You don't mind if I put you on stream, do you? It's a camera. There's a lot of people watching. And by a lot, I mean 7. Just by a lot of people, I mean 7. You want to say hi? You can? Don't get shy on me now, Miss Sullivan. It just jumped up. It's 19 now.
Hi guys.
Oh!
How much? Having a good night. You didn't say.
Yeah. We love that. We love Miss Sullivan. I ain't gonna cap, Cuddy. The microphone was muted the whole time.
Dang.
Embarrassing, ain't it?
This whole time?
The whole time. Someone just told me in the
We was
chat.
talking?
Jeffrey says, "Hey, beautiful." Yeah.
Dang, you better get out of my mind.
I'm actually with you, bro.
Put slime in the game.
You know that. I mean, I'm getting a little POV. They ain't never seen radio. Oh, snaps. I'm actually trash, Cuddy.
Okay, my mama, you know what I'm saying? You hear me? Mom.
I'm yeah. Real life, y'all never seen nothing that cool. That's what I'm saying. What flavor we talking about? Drop me one, Cuddy. Like, drop me one. Put me one somewhere. I'll take one. Thank you. Besky. Guys, so my microphone is muted. Thank you to Jeffrey for letting me know that before I Thanks for letting know that, Jeffrey. I appreciate that. I'm at my place of work. I normally don't do this, but I'm doing it because why? Consistency. Consistency is key. If I don't feel like streaming at the house, then when the next big thing is just streaming at work. Or, if I'm out and about. But You know, sacrifices are necessary in this field of work. Not that I'm getting paid or anything, but sacrifices are necessary. I gotta stream when I don't feel like it or when I feel like I'm being limited, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta stream. I got to. And maybe I'm hoping it'll be like rewarding in the future. I gotta be more consistent, not only with streaming, but like life itself, and like with people as well. So we can just say this is me like getting out of my comfort zone. He said, "Free Dirk, let's sacrifice a goat." But why though? We don't have to sacrifice goats anymore, man. We've already been given the greatest sacrifice known to man. My bad, I almost started speaking that real. And by that real, I mean Jesus Christ. Okay, let me calm down. Let me calm down. We need it to rain. I mean, if you pray for rain, rain will come, man. Man, am I getting too philosophical? Let me calm down. Lock it?
Huh?
Just go out of it?
Yeah.
Not at all. See ya. Oh, see ya. Your hair is cool. My hair, I feel like it looks a little silly, but thank you. I'm glad you like it. This is actually like the early stages of it. That man said thug is snitching. Can I keep it a bean with you guys? I don't really care. I don't keep in touch with like social media or like the culture. I've been seeing rumors about Young Thug being a snitch and whatnot, but I really don't know what he snitched about or like anything like that. He does have great music though. Let's see. I also saw someone comment that, or they asked where I worked at. I don't even want to give this place no recognition for real. I have a great manager. He's such a goat, but this place, it's a warehouse job. I don't want to give them no type of recognition. They're already rich. They're already, you know, they got their bag, bro. They don't need no promo. I'm really just kind of mad because I feel like they not paying me my money for it, like, or like I feel like the wage should be a lot higher, bro. Like I'm getting paid like 14, 50, maybe 15, but like, bro, I need to be getting paid 18, 20. Why do I feel that way? Because maybe I'm just lazy, bro. That's really what it is. I think I'm lazy, bro. I'm lazy and I want more money. But you know, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. I gotta get my work ethic together. 20 is crazy. They ain't Amazon's like 18. I think around there, somewhere around there. And this is not worse than Amazon. All right, they got me. This isn't worse than Amazon at all. Amazon, I heard, is like slavery. This man said he would pay me $9. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You know, I wouldn't be able to live off of that with my current condition or like my current living conditions, but actually I might be able to because I live with family and we all kind of put in together so that, you know, we could cover our expenses. Amazon is a hard job, I agree. Hard is an understatement. My cousin told me that Amazon was like slavery to them. And once I heard that, I knew exactly what he was talking about. I was like, what? Slavery? Buddy, you're caught. They got you. Like it's over. You walking around scanning stuff, nah, it's different though. It's like, it's kind of like, well, that's exactly what I'm doing. Like, that's exactly what I'm doing. Scanning stuff, but I'm kind of like packing people's orders. Like, the amount of items varies per order. He got me. Boring isn't hard, which is kind of debatable. I feel like, whenever your job feels like it's like there's not much of a purpose. I mean, there is a purpose though. Like, so really, that's just me being ungrateful. Thank you for that. I needed that correction. I appreciate it. You guys keep it up. You guys keep checking me. I'll become a better person by tomorrow. No cap. I appreciate it. Boring isn't hard. You're right. Boring is just slow, I guess, or boring is just not what you want in life. But sometimes you gotta be willing to be bored. You just gotta be willing to accept boredom for what it is. Not just going for that dopamine rush or whatever. But I'm learning, getting better, trying to adapt on some Maharaja shit. If you know ball, you know ball. And I'm not talking Black Clover. You know ball? Let me stop, okay? I never watched Black Clover. Let me stop acting like I know ball. I don't even know you know. And now I don't have no Wi-Fi. Let me get a little closer to this router. My internet is gone. Embarrassing. Trying to do my job here. Oh, did I do that? Oh, I did do that. Okay. Well, back to it. My earring. This is a clip-on earring. My ears are not pierced. It's a clip-on earring from Amazon. It comes in a pack. It's like a variety pack, and it costs, all of them together cost like $14. And is it worth it? It's worth it, yeah. It's worth it like the first month until you lose one. Like, sometimes you get a good pack where like they clip hard enough to like actually stick. Other times they don't clip hard enough and they slip off your ear and they might go under your dresser or something, or like you just lose it randomly. I just read your question and now I gotta answer it, which says, why are you wearing a clip-on? Get it pierced. I know, Cuddy, I'm a big baby. Tell me about it. I think it's I grew up with my mom. Like, my mom ain't really she didn't like the idea of men getting their ears pierced because she thinks that she believes that it's only for women. And she's African, so that right there is it's just African parents. It's just an African parent thing. That's how they grew up, or that's how they were taught. And I also believe that some of it stems from her beliefs. And my mother's a Christian, as am I. But I think her belief stems a lot more from the Old Testament of the Bible rather than the New Testament. And she's not really fond of me having these earrings in general. But, she believes that it'll take you to hell. And I don't think that's really the case. I think hell comes from rejecting God. And I'm not rejecting God by wearing these. I am rejecting my mother's wishes, though. And, yeah, she also wants me to be bald. Yeah, she thinks that me having hair is gonna take me to hell as well. I, unfortunately, do not believe that. And I also do not wish to be bald. Hair is a nice thing, especially when it's well taken care of. But, yeah. I grew up to not cut myself. Elaborate what I just read. my guy. Like, what did I just read? I grew up to not cut myself? What do you mean? Like, am I reading that right? Yeah, not cutting yourself is a good thing. You definitely shouldn't do that. You wouldn't look right with the bald head. Tell me about it. I'm already knowing. I actually cut my hair off one time, bald. There are photos out there that I will. Another 22 piece is actually bonkers. I used to be bald. Like, I cut my hair off one year because I just had to discipline myself, okay? For discipline reasons. And I went bald on my Andrew Tate shit, you know what I'm saying? And like, bruh, it was fun. Like, it was fun. It was fun. Oh no. Okay, I'll find it and then I'll show you. I'll definitely show you. I got another 22 piece order, so give me a second to pack that. Yeah, man, I was bald. And like, bro, I'll just say, like, I looked like my father. Like, my father was bald. Bruh, I was bald, like, holy. Like, all I can say was I was bald because, Cuddy, I had no hair on my head. Like, my head was slappable, if you know what I mean. Like, I felt like I could have got Michael Jordan at any moment. I'll find them, though. Holy crap, I'm going to embarrass myself. Those photos kind of are very embarrassing. Let me see. Continue packing. This selfie stick is it's definitely hindering me from packing these orders as fast as I possibly can, but you know, I feel like I just want to do it, man. I just want to go live. But I do feel like my numbers are going to be a little low today. Well, I'm actually pretty nice at my job, and I'm pretty efficient. So I just got to stay in a flow state and keep on scanning without stop. And I'm gonna need a little bit of finesse as well. Ugh. Bam. What if you get an order wrong? If I get an order wrong, then it'll get marked. Like, it'll be marked as a mispack. And it's not the end of the world, but it does affect, like, you know, the customers will probably put in like a review and they'll be like, hey, I got the wrong item, or I'm missing an item. And my amazing boss will let us know of our mistake. He'll let us know, like, hey, someone got a mispack earlier. You guys just make sure you guys are focusing on whatever you're packing and whatnot. You know, he'll be slow with us and he'll let us know what's up. Cool dude, great dude even. I haven't seen him in a minute because we work different times of the day. But I hope to see him soon, have a conversation with him. But yeah, I think mispacks also affect my boss as well. Because he's got stats and numbers that he has to uphold. So yeah, I get it now. Ugh. This is great. We're down to 0 viewers. This is where I can essentially be as transparent as I so please because there's no one. Oh, we jumped back up to 2. So now I've got to be a little bit more myself and not super transparent, you know. Now I'm in a room with company. If I was by myself, I could have just dropped like some gold. Like, should I just drop some gold right now? How about it? Let's see. I was gonna say I used to be bald, but I already said that. What else? That's pretty much it. I'm a boring guy. Sorry, guys. I wish I was more interesting too. Unfortunately, I'm your average guy. Probably more boring than your average guy. I just talk a lot. I just dropped the line. Yeah. Let me brush this off and replace it. I gotta grab some broccoli, which is right here. 7C right here. Red bell pepper. Oh wait. Right here. Come on. There you go. Red bell pepper. There you go. 5 bananas. Let's just grab what we have for now. Nappy. Dang. I mean, I knew that. You didn't have to, like, tell me, jeez. Like I know. What store you robbing? That's crazy. I hope this isn't, like, you trying to racially profile me. I'm not going to jump to conclusions or anything. Maybe it's just, maybe you think I'm actually robbing a store. Great question. But I also reiterate that I'm not robbing a store. I'm working at my place of work. I'm currently packing an order with 22 items. You don't hear the beeps? Maybe a little. That's okay, man. Much love to you, brother or sister. I know you're not Hanks. I don't know if you're a guy or a gal, but I know you're not Hanks. Whoever you are. Much love to you, man. Or miss. See, I'm misgendering you unintentionally. Allow me to apologize like I'm just as bad as you. I'm gonna read your comment because I feel like it says what I think it says, but this is my last item. It says, thought that was your smoke detector. Okay. Let me calm down. So it was kind of funny, but like, bro, you know what I mean? Oh, dang it, I made a mistake. Oh, I didn't. It's not scanning. So let me just transfer everything to a sticker. So nothing wants to work, bro. Like, I can't just have it easy some days, man. I can't just... Can't just have it easy. For the record, I took the batteries out of my smoke detector. for the record. Don't make that noise anymore. My bad. My bad. Sorry. Sheesh, man. I think my scanner's out of commission, and I'm gonna have to. I'm getting a new scanner. Yeah, I can't deal with this scanner. So, here's the thing. Oh, I got another one. Perfect. Orders on hold. Did I put it on hold? I did. So I've been going live here and there, guys. I don't really know what to do on these live streams, or like I really don't know how to like what the. That's kind of embarrassing. I look like I smoke. That's unfortunate because I recently actually quit smoking. I quit because smoking kind of makes me slow, but not kind of. It makes me slow. And I'm already dumb. A little bit. You know, I say a little bit, but I mean a lot. Like, I'm a little slow. Stay in school. I don't know how old you guys are, but stay in school, okay? Definitely stay on top of your studies. Keep learning, all right? And when people tell you this, don't take it as a joke. Really keep learning, like really keep seeking knowledge and always ask questions. Smoking kind of opens your head a little, but it also kills brain cells. And I approve of it in terms of like if you want to do it socially, I guess that's the only time I could let it slide. But or like I would think or like approve it, you know. But just don't abuse it. Yeah, don't abuse it. Make sure you have control over it and not vice versa. Don't let it control you. And obviously, I'm not your dad. But yeah. It's advice that I think you should generally consider in the grand scheme of things. My man said, you were in special education. Brother, I'm actually, so I stuttered, and now I look like I'm actually special ed. But no, I'm actually much more of a genius. Don't mean to toot my own horn. Or at least I feel smart sometimes. Or like I feel smart, but like I make dumb decisions. But like the decisions are always avoidable, but I always choose the wrong decision. Like, but up here, I could definitely like avoid it, but I'm just stupid. You feel me? Like I be stupid, bro. I do stupid things because sometimes I be choosing pleasure over like, you know, the opposite of pleasure, like what's right, you know, that's what's actually like righteous and pure. Sometimes I choose pleasure, you know. I essentially pick my poison. Wait, you said you were slow. Yeah, I mean, I'm slow in terms of like, I can't like, I don't make the right choices. Like, you know, I do things like, you know, bad things, like, you know, things that aren't exactly morally correct. That's how slow I am. Like, I'm not slow in terms of like education. I'm slow in terms of like decision making, like right from wrong. Right from wrong, that's when I would consider myself slow. Like, I don't make the best choices. But in terms of like, I'm good at math, I'm good at science. I study quantum physics. I study the earth, I study nature. But I just don't make the best decisions, like in terms of like my health or like, I guess, my future or like, stuff like that. But would I say I'm like a dummy? Nope.
Got the gas plate.
You got gas? I ain't smoking right now. I'm cooling. I'm cooling. We on that sober tip right now. You feel me? You see what I mean? Sometimes that gas come to me like it finds its way, and I have to be able, or I have to be strong enough to say no. But if I was feeling slow right now, thanks for calling me out. If I was feeling slow, I would've, you said you got that gas? That's all. Bizarre. And I would've copped a gram or two. But since you brought it to my forefront and you got me locked in, I was able to say no with a straight face, and I meant it. Now I don't gotta be walking around work all sluggish and whatnot. I'm locked in. He said, you want to be a thug and good boy. Unfortunately, I don't want to be a thug. I don't think that's really unfortunate. I don't want to be a thug. Yeah, I guess that's it. Not really interested in being a thug. I don't think that's a good look. Or, who wants to be a thug? Exactly. Like, I don't know. No offense to the thugs out there that are proud thugs. Like, some people, the thug life chooses them and they don't really have a choice. They have to thug it out. Even regular people that aren't thugs have to thug it out sometimes. So, we could all be thugs in a sense. You could be a thug, from someone else's perspective. Or someone would say you have thuggish behavior. But I don't think you're a thug. You haven't really shown any thuggish behavior or anything like that. So I wouldn't refer to you as a thug. But I don't know you in person. So, someone who knows you better than I do may say otherwise. He says, why do I do stupid stuff? Once again, it comes down to essentially like willpower and choosing to follow your desires rather than what is right morally. So I make it's like I do stupid stuff because sometimes my willpower isn't strong enough to, or it's not at a high to where I can say no to pleasure. And that could be many things, whether it be beating my meat. And I'm not gonna cap, guys, that used to be a real insane issue. Like, masturbation used to be like a crazy issue. Watching porn and stuff like that used to be a crazy issue. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, it was something that I did like from like in 8th grade. Yo, 8th grade, bro, I'm not gonna cap. Porn, bro. Porn was like, wow. It was something I've never seen before, like, or I've seen it, but I think the masturbation aspect was something that I've never seen. Like, it kind of blew my mind in a sense. So I definitely got addicted in 8th grade, bro. And that was tough. Very unfortunate. That was tough. I wasted a lot of energy and power, beating my meat. Also, I think besides that, I used to be like my friends would call me a pathological liar. And to me, I was just lying to in like a joking manner, but I could see where they were coming from, like where I would always lie, and it would be a lie that they could clearly tell was a lie, but obviously lying like that was probably got annoying for them, and they would just get tired of the words coming out of my mouth not being truthful. So I had to switch that up. Had to bring the line down and be more truthful, be more honest, be more open and genuine with my speech. I think I grew up having a stealing problem, stealing from like the grocery store, whether it be like snacks, toys. I used to steal Beyblades. I'm not gonna cap. Beyblades? Let it rip. Jinga Hagane. Masamune Kadoya. Tsubasa, bro. I was really locked in. Y'all probably don't know about Beyblade for real, but I was locked in with Beyblade back then. And I used to steal them and hide them in my sock on some Playboy Cardi type beat, yeah. Walk out the Walmart like nothing happened. That's who I was. And, oh no. He said I was scared of girls. I wouldn't say I was scared of girls. I think I was more insecure in my looks. Scared of girls, I mean, I guess those two could correlate. Scared of women, nah. Well, I've never openly admitted to being scared of women, but I have been like insecure with this right here to where I would just accept defeat before even trying. You know, like, once you call me ugly, it's like, damn, I'm not even gonna try. Like, you know, some guys could generally like switch or change the tides, but yeah, I gave up after receiving that confirmation. What's good? No order you got?
Marvin.
Give me 1 second. I'll grab that for you. Marvin. Here you go. Marvin R?
Yeah.
Here you go.
What is this though?
It's a warehouse.
It's like Amazon for Uber.
Type, yeah. It's exactly that, bro. Stickers are right there. They gonna have to scan that QR. Hell yeah. I mean, shit. If it don't scan, you could always just skip that hoe for real.
For real?
Yeah, they got a little skip button at the top, and then just pick the option. You got the bag, but the QR won't scan, and they'll let you just deliver it off like that. Or shit.
Shit, actually did.
Got you?
Yeah,
Better.
appreciate you, man.
You're welcome, boss man. Trying to fit in with the crowd. I can't openly admit that either, and be honest. I can't say I was actively trying to fit in with the crowd. I actually separated myself from the crowd because it wasn't easy for me to fit in with the crowd. It wasn't easy. Not that I tried, but I could already tell that we had different personalities. We definitely talked different, and we had different understandings of the world. So fitting in the crowd was not something I would even try in the first place. I think the only time I ever did try to fit in with the crowd was when two of my best friends told me that they were gonna start smoking weed, right? And based off my beliefs and my understanding of the world, like, smoking just wasn't, it didn't have a positive connotation from my perspective. Like, smoking just wasn't good in my eyes. Like, I grew up off of the DARE program, D-A-R-E, which is basically like, I think it's like to stop drug abuse. Excuse me. Like, it's to prevent that, like, drug abuse, or like to stop people from trying drugs and then becoming hooked. When they told me they were gonna start smoking, I told them, I said, bro, I'm not gonna lie, if y'all start smoking, I'm gonna have to cut y'all off. Like, I have to cut y'all off. Because that wasn't the type of energy that I wanted, or not even energy, like that type of person, one who was content with putting smoke in their lungs and like casually just damaging their body. Like, I thought smoke was like obvious damage to your lungs that you should not partake in, like it's just a regular thing, like drinking a glass of milk, like, which I don't drink milk in a glass, okay, but like, you know, just regular like that. I didn't approve of smoking for real in the beginning, But slowly, after they started smoking, I just noticed that we weren't hanging together. Like, we weren't hanging out with each other the same. Like, we would hang out and do stuff like go to the Y, go play basketball, even though they didn't hoop. Like, they weren't hoopers, or like, you know, the best hoopers in the world, but like, they played basketball. Ryan was one of them. The guy who was here, he was one of them that would join, or like we would all go to the Y, me, him, and then there's my other friend Sam. Oh wait, I forgot something. So Sam didn't play basketball either, but you know, he was down to go with us to the Y and just shoot some hoops. And you know, we were all like, I guess we kind of partook in like actual activities, like extracurricular activities before, you know, weed came around, and we started smoking that a whole bunch. And once I saw that slowly starting to shift. There was one night where there was a prom after party, and I wanted to just hang out with my friends. Like, seeing that like I wasn't gonna be hanging with them while they regularly smoke. And Sam and Ryan, they live close to each other, so yeah, that's something that they were gonna hang out and do without me regularly. And I wanted to hang out with them the night of the after party, so I joined them in trying to go to the after party. And that night, the party was a bust. We ended up getting there late, and we couldn't make it to the party. So it was like a change of plans. We had to do something else. I decided to, you know, whatever. They said they could either take me home and they was gonna go smoke. And I'm like, dang, bro, I wanted to hang out with y'all though. Like, I wanted to hang with the guys, bro. But that night, the pressure was on. That night is like, they had the gas on them, bro. Like, they just had the gas on them, bro. And so I'm like, so in my head, I'm like, bro, I was just like, bro, I wanted to hang with them, bro. And so that was the night I took a hit. Like, I took a hit of they bong, bro. And like, there's video footage out there of me getting high for the first time. I definitely tweaked myself out. Like, I definitely got way too high. Or like, you know, I wasn't on earth for real. Like, I called it the weed world. That's what I called it. And there's video footage out there that I recorded. And I'm not gonna cap, I think I was hooked from that first time. Like, I always recorded videos after that of me getting high, because it felt like a different kind of experience. Like, it felt like just not being in my own body for real. And yeah, that was the one time that I think I tried to fit in with the crowd, is when my boys were smoking, and I knew for a fact smoking wasn't something that I ever planned on doing in life. But because I wanted to hang with them and be with them, be in their presence, I succumbed to that temptation, which was marijuana. Yeah, I fell for it, Cuddy, I did. And it had me hooked for a long time, to where I couldn't put down the bud. And like, it kind of slowed down my thinking cognitively. And it kind of made me make just bad decisions. Like, it messed up a lot of things for me. And like, my life took a completely different course because of the weed I smoked. And it definitely changed up my thinking pattern, or my think waves, or not my the pathways of my thought. Like, it changed that slowly. And I started to succumb to all kinds of temptations, bro. Like, but it also made me very anxious. And being anxious and having anxiety, that it kind of felt like a weakness that I could slowly tell I was just gonna let take control of my life. And I did not want that for myself. And I didn't want that for my future. So I had to make the righteous decision to stop. Just stop smoking as much as I did. I think I made the choice that I would, if I ever smoke, it'll be sorry for the stutter. It'll be socially with my friends, you know, or in a celebratory aspect. Then I'd smoke, like, you know, they gonna be, hit that hoe. Cuddy, I'm geeking. I'ma hit that hoe, okay? I might hit that hoe. Like, but am I gonna be at the crib, relaxed, smoking just to get my mind off of things? Nah, that's what the Bible's for. Now, yeah, I just use the Bible for that. Like the Bible, it changes my mind in a better way than weed does. Weed doesn't really help anymore. It just brings all my bad thoughts to the forefront. As for the Bible, it kind of reads me and helps me evaluate myself and helps me look back at my actions and like reflect to where I can better decide next time, or, you know, in different scenarios, make better decisions. Because, you know, the same thing won't really exactly happen twice for me. But if it does, I'll be able to be like, you know how in anime when that exclamation mark pops up and that white lightning pops up behind you, be in that bit, huh? Or like, you know, you just know you gotta, it's like you just get a reminder, bro. And you know it's like, kind of like deja vu. It's like, dang, it's the same thing. Like, this is just like last time. And I'll know to make a better decision or like, you know, decide better. But weed doesn't help me with that. Weed slows me down. Like, it slows me down. I don't have a sense of urgency when I'm high. And like, cognitively, it weakens me. So, no weed. No weed. It's for the better, all right? Without weed, I can be myself. Which is, who you looking at right now? This guy. The guy who talks too much. The guy who, my voice will definitely get annoying if you guys stick around long enough. Like, which is natural. I grew up having people tell me my voice is annoying, and I had to just live with it. People don't like hearing me talk for too long, and I get it. It's like, not only am I an idiot, I got a lot on my mind. And if you're here, you got to hear that. All right, let me stop. But he says, why did I do it? Are you talking about hitting the bong? The pressure of not, or like, you know, that being like, that was like, I could feel like, dang, but I won't be able to hang with my friends. That was the pressure that was on me in that instance. I was like, dang, I won't be able to hang with them. That pressure was heavy on me that night. Because like, I knew for a fact, because of how I told them that like I wouldn't be their friends, I knew for a fact that they had to be smoking whenever I wasn't around regularly. And obviously it's none of my business. It's something that I could have let them do. But I knew I was gonna, the type of person that I was back then, I was definitely gonna let that bridge a gap between me and them. And I was gonna let that get in between us because of my perspective on them. Like, my perspective on them was gonna slowly change, definitely. But if I were to hit it and, you know, essentially fit in, I wouldn't have to let my friends go, because I thought I was gonna have to let them go eventually, because that wasn't an atmosphere that I originally thought I could be comfortable in. So, yeah. But I definitely hit that hoe. I definitely smacked the bong grip, okay? All right, see you, Anna. Drive safe. I definitely smacked the bong. And I definitely, like, became addicted to weed. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, people used to tell me all the time, you can't get addicted. Bro, they're lying, bro. You can definitely get addicted to weed. Like, and it's a matter of, like, if you let yourself get addicted to it. But if you let yourself get addicted to it, bro, you're addicted. Or like, if you try to stop and you get that urge to smoke, like your ears start ringing, bro. It's like, damn, it's hot time. It's about time to smoke. Oh boy, it's about time to smoke. And it's like when you get that urge, it kind of feels like you're not yourself, or like you feel like there's something tugging on you mentally that's not your own thought. Like, it's essentially a developed habit. It's kind of like, it's the same as like when you feel horny or you get that sexual urge to like release one, like bust one. It's kind of like that, but with weed. You know what I mean? Like, dang, it's time to get hot. Dang, it's time to bust a fat one. Let me calm down. I gotta really be mindful of my words here, okay? But yeah, it's kind of like that. And if you think that you can't get addicted to that, you're wrong. You're wrong. And that's just what it is. You're wrong. You're lying to yourself, okay? And once again, I'll say you don't want to let that type of shit like control you. You want to be in control of that. Like, whatever the substance may be, whatever the material may be, you want to make sure that you're in control of it and it's not controlling you. He says, am I in college? You could be a good teacher. I'm not in college. I didn't drop out, but I definitely stopped attending my classes. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to work to provide for my house. But I do want to go back to school. For right now it's IT, but that could definitely change. He says I'll be a good teacher. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think so. I'll just say thank you, because I tend to second guess myself and doubt myself a lot. Excuse me. And I because of my past decisions, I don't really trust in my intuition the way I probably should, because I'm not a dummy, but I have made dumb decisions in the past and mistakes in the past that sometimes they surface today and I think about them and I spiral over those bad decisions, and it makes me not trust in myself and like in my abilities. Even though I am highly skilled and I am highly intelligent, I don't normally call myself those things, but I kind of acknowledge it at times. But putting myself forth to, act on my intelligence or my skills, it's hard for me to do that because I doubt myself very often, which you shouldn't do, but sometimes you just end up in a slump where that's all you're doing. And the more you do it and the more you allow yourself to do it, the deeper of a hole you will bury yourself in, and the worse your life circumstances will become. And I'm only telling you this based off experience. I don't think everyone's life is the same or everyone's circumstances are the same, but definitely if you continue to negatively perceive yourself, you will only dig yourself in a bigger hole. Mentally, physically. It'll start mentally and it'll start to show in the physical realm. And I believe that there can be a spiritual aspect to it if you are a spiritual person. The spiritual realm is a very real thing. It very much does exist. And spirits are real. Wicked forces exist. Also, holy forces, I want to call them. They really don't have a holy powers, righteous powers. The good guys, not the bad guys. The wicked guys are the bad guys, or like the bad voices, the bad urges, tendencies. They exist, and also the opposite, And the evil ones are very intense. They're just quick, though. They're quick to where once you act on it, you don't really realize you're doing the evil guy's bidding. They're quick. Like once you lie, you already done talk. You already done spoke that lie out, bro. It's like you don't even realize you're doing the bad guy's bidding. But, you know, you just gotta think before you act, I would say. I'm kind of leaning towards my chatter is going elsewhere. I can feel it. Like I'm not even on the same topic that I was on earlier now. But yeah. He says, please help me. Sorry. Please help me. I started when I was younger. Are you talking about smoking? I'm gonna just assume you're talking about smoking. I'd say you gotta want to stop. I can't help you. I can obviously motivate you to stop. I'm not very good at motivating myself though. But I can say, like, I can tell you about the negatives of if you continue to smoke and, you know, kind of like make you double think, or, you know, think about what'll happen if you continue to smoke, or like you continue to let the urges to smoke like consume you and, you know, not be in control. Like, you know, there's people that smoke that are in control of their habit and the drinking, even with alcohol. I never got used to drinking alcohol because alcohol tastes so bad, and my friends would always refer to it as poison. So I viewed it as poison, and it tastes like poison. So drinking poison, something that will slowly, gradually kill you, you're picking your poison, okay? Like you gotta just look at it, smell it. You know, does anyone else get that smell, or like when they smell liquor or alcohol, like does it not like make you, or like give you like some type of regurgitative reflexes? Like, is it just me? It could be just me. I definitely, when it comes to smoking and drinking, I do a lot of judging with my eyes, or like judging off of what I can see. And I just see it as something that shouldn't go in my body. If I want to have a clean vessel or a clean temple, a clean tent, you know, that is housing this soul that is Daniel, you know, if I want it to be clean, I want it to be pure, I probably shouldn't put impure things in it. And that could count as anything besides, like anything outside of smoking and drinking as well. Like it could be excessive amounts of food, excessive amounts of music, bad music that feeds the wrong parts of your mind. So like music that just isn't like glorifying good things, like music that just talks about killing, having sex, getting noggin, you know, stuff like that. Or you know, robbing, like music that encourages stuff like that. That's the type of music I think you gotta have a balance. I don't want to say it's bad, even though it is inherently bad, but it's like, if you're gonna listen to it, have a balance, bro, so that it's not completely in control, or like completely controlling you, or, you know, control it. Let it be under your authority, and don't be under the authority of these other people's negative emotions, negative lyrics, whatever. He says, I did it to look older and to look cooler. I can see that. Like, you know, obviously there's always pressure when it comes to like fitting in or being left out. Dare I say it, like being left out, or being like the outsider, or like the lone wolf, or I don't know. That sounds a little cringe, but you know, being the lame guy, the loser, it comes with a lot of humility, and it comes with a lot of humiliation, but it also comes with the top tier character trait, which is being humble. And you just want to be humble in life. Doing things because you want to look older, don't worry about that. Time is always moving, all right? Like, you'll get older with time. You need patience to properly walk this life. You have to be willing to endure a lot of hardships And if that means you not fitting in with the crowd, hey, you have to endure that, because that's how you grow. That's how you truly grow. Like, looking older doesn't really come with what you attach to your body, whether that be a joint or a beer bottle or liquor, you know. That doesn't necessarily depict growth. That looks like freedom, according to what humans call it. Like being free. Being free, you know, you have no one's in control of you. When the reality is, when you're under the influence of these drinks and you're under the influence of marijuana or whatever you smoke, you're quite literally giving authority over to something that is not inherently you. You're giving your authority over to something that isn't Joe Schmidt. You feel me? And that's his name. That's why I'm not saying, you know, I'm just saying Joe Schmidt because that's who you are. But yeah, you know, I even think that's why they call alcohol spirits. Like you're handing over, you're allowing someone to rent or something to rent your body for a time, and you are just watching that happen from the lamp, which is your eyes. Like, you're just sitting back watching that, like in a sunken place, essentially. He says that's me, that's my real name. Joe Schmidt is a cool name, brother. That bit has aura. Have you heard of Joe Schmidt? He's back in town. Joe Schmidt? Joe Schmidt. He's back in town. No kidding. I haven't heard that name in years. Talk about Joe Schmidt. Because I was always a little scrawny white kid. And I hear you. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Being a scrawny white kid is, there was this one dude in my class back in like 5th grade. Bruh, I don't know why I was always like, I would always gravitate towards like the awkward people in my classroom. Bruh, you guys are like funny. His name was Shay Banks. Bruh, Shay Banks was so like, it's like, you guys give me some of the best laughs because you guys can be, when you guys are just naturally yourselves, like, it just puts a smile on my face. And sometimes you guys would probably think I'm laughing at you, but I wish I could laugh with you in a sense, like, but you guys can't see my perspective. Like, I think you guys are cool. Like, you guys got the most aura. Like, you guys give the most main character energy to me. Like, whenever you're awkwardly yourself, like, and I try my best to give you guys that space to where you're comfortable enough to talk to me and, like, you know, just like be yourself, bruh. Like, I don't want you to feel like you have to be cool around me because I already think you're cool. Like, I've approached you thinking, look at this cool guy. Let me go talk to him. Yeah. Oh wait, his name was Shay Banks, yeah, bruh. And he had a lazy eye. That's one of his the features that I remember he had. He had astigmatism, so like without his glasses, one of his eyes would droop down to the right. Like, it wouldn't be looking straight. And you know, it's like, bruh, being nerfed like that, whenever you're nerfed like that, like physically, bruh, you develop senses in a sense, like you have a quirk. Like, you ever seen My Hero Academia? Everyone has their own quirk. When you're nerfed and you have to grow up with that nerf, and you have to adapt to that nerf that God has blessed you with, graced you with, bruh, you develop senses that the people around you don't have. Like, you have a quirk. You have a superpower that only you realize. Like my brother, his name is David. He was born with one arm. And obviously, I understand for a fact, I already know life was hard for him growing up. I've never asked him to, like, give me his life story. But I went to school with him. And I always kept an eye on him. And I always acknowledged when people would pick on him. But I never, like, went out of my way to stop them. Well, sometimes I did feel bad. And I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Chill, bro. Just chill, bro. Just chill. But obviously I couldn't do that all the time because not only was he a man, or he was gonna be a man one day, he had to learn how he was gonna operate in society without his big bro being around. So I let him learn. Like, I let him grow naturally. And I let him adapt to the world the best way that he found suit. I let him trust his own intuition instead of being his main guidance. I allowed him to look up to me as I tried to be a leader growing up. But I also let him make his own choices so that he could, in turn, make his own choices in the future should there come a time that I'm just not around to make these decisions for him, or, you know, guide things for him, and, you know, like stuff like that. Even though growing up, I didn't do everything for him. The only thing I could see that I would help him with would be like making him food, bruh. Which was funny to me because, bruh, I used to get mad because in my African household, we commonly eat like rice and stew, which is da.aniels, okay? A lot of you guys don't have that in America. A lot of Americans don't get to try that type of food, that type of African dishes where it's just rice, soup, various forms of chicken. Boy, it's the best. And honestly, I'm gonna have to start up a little cooking show where me and my mom, we just whip up some of these dishes. Yeah, that would be, y'all, like, no cap, if y'all were able to try some of these dishes, bro, it's like, bro, it's the best thing you've ever tasted. And you can't get it anywhere else in America. Like, you just can't. But I used to get mad whenever, because my brother would tell my mom to tell me to make him a plate of rice and soup. And all it consists of is a bowl. You need a spoon to scoop up the rice. You need another spoon to scoop up the soup to put on top of the rice. And then you put that bowl in the microwave for about a minute or a minute 20. And I think the only issue that arose whenever trying to do all these steps was that my brother has a very tiny pinky, or I'm sorry, he has a very tiny thumb. And so he essentially has 4 fingers that he has to work with. So like picking up a bowl would look like this. Like it would look like this. Like he's like this. You know what I'm saying? So I could see, it wasn't until after the fact, because obviously I grew up selfish. I just grew up with a selfish ass heart, man. I was just selfish. Didn't want to help nobody because nobody helped me back in the day. So I thought I had to I was naturally repaying evil with evil as a kid. And I kind of regret that shit a lot, but it helped me grow today. So like I learned from my mistakes, but as a kid, I really was selfish. Like I was super selfish, and I didn't really do as much good as I could have. And I guess I just grew up like a coward, bro. Like I only looked after my own ass in a sense, like. And yeah, I grew up from those mistakes, bro. Like I was definitely L Mans. Like back then, y'all would definitely call me L Mans, like biggest L Mans in the world. That boy Ryan said, "Shout out Ms. Nabre." Okay, shout out moms. I told my mom that I would like set up a time basically and like do some little cooking videos, because no cap, my mom, she goes live every day to preach the word, the good news, and she doesn't really have time to really hang with her kids. But really, we're just lazy. No cap, I think we're just lazy. We don't put that time to the side to go hang out with her. And yeah, I'm gonna have to change that. Jeffrey asks, what time do I get off? I get off in 3 hours. You know, if I was gonna go live as soon as I got home, but man, I think I want to get home and I want to shower and I want to lay in bed and prepare for tomorrow, because Oh, I can already tell I got stuff to do tomorrow. And yeah, I got stuff to do tomorrow. I like to put time to the side to read my Bible. And yeah, getting that habit of starting my day off with like a prayer, with some time with the Bible, stuff like that. You know, as long, like I've been hearing God's voice for a long time, but God, I'm still a babe. Like I'm still a Christian babe. Like it's crazy to think about. Like, and it even shocks me sometimes because God is still like, he blows my mind like in ways that I didn't really think possible. But then again, the Bible's a big book. The Bible's a huge book. In fact, there's so much stuff in there that the world does not, the little itty bitty interactions that you may have with Christians, and I know a lot of them could be like negative. They could give you like a negative outlook on Christians, but like the Bible is actually the best thing I've ever laid my hands on. And like, I think it has actual healing powers. Like, I think the Bible has actual healing powers. I think the word of God actually heals. Like, I think there's actually like if we wanted to witness anything supernatural, guys, the Bible. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, the Bible, like, bruh, it's like if you wanted to see a superhero actually at work, the Bible. I'm not even joking. I don't read it more because, and I'm going to be really transparent because I mess with y'all and I need y'all to understand who I am. The Bible reads me back. I can't lie. I cannot lie in front of the Bible. Like, the Bible reads me back. It reads me back. Like, I can read the Bible looking for some help. And the Bible, the word of God was just, it'll keep it G real with me, bro. And sometimes people don't like that real. Like, people just don't like to hear the truth because the truth hurts. The truth hurts, guys. The truth hurts sometimes. Whenever you gotta put your pride to the side and be open to like righteous judgment and be open to you being wrong, guys, it hurts sometimes. Like, you know, it hurts. And that goes back to me being selfish and always trying to like save my own ass. You know, whenever someone else tries to help, I'm not really always open to that kind of aid because there's a piece of me that makes me believe that I can do it all myself, but that it couldn't have been a more bigger lie than that. It's a lie. And so, yeah, I'm slowly getting into the habit of reading my Bible more and more, but whew, I'll tell you one thing. The main enemy, our main enemy, us humans, guys, we're not enemies with each other. Black, white, yellow, green, we're not enemies, okay? I think you guys need to, I need the world to really understand that our only enemies are wicked forces in the skies, in the heavens, literally in the heavens. Like, in this world where it's good versus evil, and it's from our perspective with these human eyes, we see man versus man, country versus country. Guys, none of that is really what it is. Like, it's evil powers in the air, okay? Like, and they come from the heavens. Like, like in the Bible, there's a story, the story of Job, right? Satan comes from the heavens to torture Job, and Job's faith, it stays strong in the Lord the entire time. He couldn't get Job to fold on God no matter what. But Satan was the evil power that came from heaven to like tempt or like torture Job, tempt him to make him renounce God. And Job, because of his faith in God, was so strong, and he knew that like God got him, bro. He never folded. But I always acknowledge that like these evil powers, everything that happened to Job, whether it be like the death of his family members or the way his wife was talking, the way his friends were talking to him, trying to get him to renounce God, or like they improperly represented God before him, and Job had to go and make an offering in their place. I realized that these evil forces or whatever was causing these evil things to happen was not like the humans themselves. It was like they were seduced. I don't want to say seduced, but like they became vessels that did the evil one's will. And they were like attacks on Job and his faith, but he stayed strong. He stayed strong. He stayed a dog, okay? That dog in him was alive and barking, okay? Like, Job was, bro, he was locked in. Him and God was locked in. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't wanna say nothing stupid, okay? I was gonna say something like growing up, I might have been Job, yo. Like I might have been Job in a sense because, bro, like there's been so many times where I just get hit with some BS. And I call it BS, a couple trials and tribulations here and there, but man, like the way my mind would turn back to God, like, God, am I tripping? Why is this nonsense happening to me? And I couldn't come to terms to like I couldn't say, God, you did this. Even though I did basically like blame him because he was God, and like I felt like he was the one who is holding everything together. And so it's like, I'm like, why are you letting stuff like this happen to me, bro? It's like, what's going on? Like, who do you think I am? The strongest? You think I'm Gojo? Stop it, stop it, stop it. I don't need this right now. And I was young too, so it's like, why me? And it happened so much to where I'm just like, bro, there's got to be something, like there's something on my face, right? There's got to be something on my face that's making stuff like this happen. And, you know, I blame myself, and that was like the devil at work for real, because guilt and shame will really pressure you to do, like, make some decisions that, you know, you wouldn't regularly do. Like, you know yourself, and it's like you know you wouldn't do some of these things, but guilt and shame will make you make some twists and turns that you normally just wouldn't do. But yeah, the Bible says we will make we'll make these decisions where we kind of we kind of mess up our own circumstances, and then we'll blame God for it, even though it was us who made these decisions. And that's essentially where I was at in life, where I was doing dumb stuff, and I was just asking God, like questioning God, like, bro, this doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not adding up. And, you know, there's just something inside of us that inherently likes to blame God. But, you know, the more you know God, the more you realize that God is not here to harm us. He's here to help us prosper, okay? He's here to help us grow closer to him and actually build a relationship with him and, you know, sanctify us in a sense, because we are in fact in a fallen world, guys. We are surrounded by evil. Evil takes place every day. We're surrounded by it, all right? We're in evil's domain. We are in the world, but we must not be of it. We must not become one with the world. We must not. Okay. Hold on. Let me read. I'm the only white 18 in this motherfucker. He blows your mind, pause. Whoa. Why don't you read it more? I'm pretty sure I answered that. He said, because I'm busy. You're never too busy for the Bible. No, facts. I gotta get that into my mind to where I'm not too busy for the Bible. But the one thing that tugs on me for sure when it comes to my Bible is my phone. This glass screen darkly, this thing here. This is what gets in my way a lot of the time, because reading the Bible, I grew up kind of like a scholar. I grew up reading books just to fill my imagination. But when it got to the point where I tried to read the Bible, obviously, like the rookie I am, I started from page 1, Genesis. It was a slow start. And oh my goodness, my brain farted. Like, it farted, bro. It farted so hard. And like, I was like, bro, I can't read this book. It's too long. It's too long. Genesis itself It starts off with the account of creation. Boom. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Woo, woo, woo. He's telling you about creation, right? And then there's this long list, this genealogy, I think that's what it's called, where it's like, it tells of people and their offspring and like people's grandparents and whatnot. I think it's called a genealogy. I'm not sure. Guys, I just got so bored so fast, and I'm like, bruh, there is no way you actually want people to read this. Like, there's no way. There is no way you actually want people to read this. And I'm just like, man, look, it got to a point I was in 7th grade and I was reading the Bible little by little every night on my Samsung Galaxy Tab 3. And I would fall asleep every time, to the point where I just gave up. Like, I truly just gave up. I gave up on trying to read the Bible every night, I guess. But that made me give up on so much more. Like, it made me give up on taking the Bible seriously in the first place. Or like, you know, it made me give up on the Bible in a sense. Like, it was so long. I'm like, man, this is unrealistic. Like, there's no way you actually want us to read this. Like, so long for what? But I just want to say that, like, I think that's like, there's beauty in it, because there's so much in the Bible that we just don't realize is there, because it's so long. We don't even think we should be taking the time to read it, or like, we can't really work up the courage to like read the book. But I just have to say, man, reading that book from the beginning, whew, you're in for it, bro. You're truly in for it. You are in for it. No kidding. You're in for it. But man, I do want to retain more biblical knowledge, but I need to get rid of this lazy bone that I have in my body that makes me comfortable just not doing anything rather than doing something productive. I need to get rid of this lazy bone in my body. That's what I'm dealing with now. I'm super lazy, even though I do have goals and plans I want to strive for. I just don't know how it looks, how it will look when I'm striving for those goals, or, you know, reaching those heights. I don't know how it'll look, or if I'll even be successful doing so. So, you know, it kind of stunts my growth thinking that way. But, you know, it's because of myself, because of my own tendencies that I have to essentially push to the side and just work on myself. I try to like push myself to do things that'll give me like, that'll benefit me. Things that hurt me in a sense, I try to flee from in a sense, because I know how my mind is. I know when I make bad decisions, I look back and I think, why did I even do this? Or why did I say that? Or like, when I used to steal and stuff, and I have like the stolen product, I'll be like, bro, why did I even take this? Because I wanted to. You're right. I had the opportunity. The opportunity presented itself, and I made the wrong decision. Exactly right. You know, I had to lock in, and I just wasn't locked in with God to where I wasn't locked in with God enough to where I would actually consider my actions in that moment. And I chose pleasure over not pleasure. You know, like I chose pleasure over what was truly right in that instance. And I'm supposed to be reading a comment or pinning a comment. I love black people because my friend in high school is black and we hung out, you know, and I tried lean and weed and it was fun in high school. Funny. Can you pin my comment? This one? I hope that's the right one. Never blame God. I miss King Von. Don't we all? And that's why you got in trouble. I agree. You need to go to church. I also agree on that. Read the Bible and watch how your life changes. Trust me, it's been changing every day since the beginning of 2025. Really before that, I started actively reading like a verse a day. Like that was kind of like where I was at. a verse a day. And I even posted, like I made a public journal for my Instagram stories. It was something that I tried to do daily, but it got to a point where I didn't have to do it every day. It was just anytime I felt the need to update myself and where I was, or I'm like make a little timestamp, I would make that. And I posted all those on my Instagram. And my friends were around for that. They saw it. I kind of put it up for people to see my walk. Yeah, they're kind of private on my story on my Instagram right now. Like they're private. They're in my archives, but I do want to put them up just for people to tap through. But they all won't fit in one highlight. So yeah. He says, Jeffrey, you are right. I started listening to King Von in high school, and it sort of got me in trouble because I argued with the teachers while blasting King Von. That was funny to read because why is King Von influencing you like that? Like, bruh, that's so funny, bro. Like, King Von, man, look, King Von, I can hear his song in the back of my head. Only watching me. I can hear, bro. Like, you going toe to toe with the teacher. Like, man, you just can't be wrong, bro. Or like, you got that black Air Force energy radiating off you, man. I feel it, bro. He says, you are not going to change. You're going to retire there. You sound smart. Nice. Hey, Lid Gamers in here. What's up, boss man? Welcome to the live once again. Nice to see you, present and active. You know, if I could drop a W in the chat, I would. I'm pretty sure I can. Turn that off. How do I drop a W? I'm gonna need my other phone for that, unfortunately. I'm solo dolo in terms of cellular devices right now. He says, hey man, hope you good today. I am. I appreciate you coming in here checking up on me, boss. I'm glad you even like you're very consistent, bro. And normally I'd be live at like 3 a.m. but you're here right now, and that's real, bro. Like that's just real to me, bro. Like I'm here, I'm live at the workplace actually, and you're present, and I appreciate that a lot. You know, because I like to think about it like you could be doing anything else right now. You know, you could be asleep, fast asleep, catching some Z's, getting your beauty sleep, making sure you look alive and well tomorrow. You could be watching your favorite show, listening to your favorite album, tapped into your favorite podcast, eating your favorite snacks, you know, out partying, but nope. You're here with little old me, the big loser. Okay, let me stop hating on myself, the big loser. Like, where'd that come from? But yeah, I do appreciate your presence, man. I do appreciate you coming to the live, and this is like third, fourth time I've seen you in here. You're a GOAT, bro. You're a GOAT in my eyes, because you're willing to put that time down for a guy like me, a nobody. I appreciate it, bro. Kind of makes me dream of like having like a genuine community of people who like, you know, love each other or appreciate each other's presence regardless of who we are. Even though we may wrong each other here and there, we're able to overlook and forgive and actually like, you know, have love for each other and like not hold on to grudges, stuff like that. Not let bitterness turn to darkness in our hearts. You know, just not take anything personal in life, I guess, because that turns things ugly in a sense. Holding on to grudges and stuff like that, and like being bitter. I don't see anything good coming out of those, you know. But you know, nothing's impossible. Especially with God, I think anything is possible. Now, I just gotta figure out how I want that to look. Probably won't look like it at all, but I'd like to have a general general picture, I don't know what that looks like. It seems a little too perfect, and it's hard for me to like depict in my head, but who knows? Anything's possible, right? Right. With God, anything is possible. It's just, I can't trust in my own power and expect it to work that way, or in my own skill and expect it to work how I want it to work. But I'm gonna learn to dream big and not doubt my dreams. I'm gonna actually try to strive for these goals that before I allowed for them to be overlooked. I allowed for them to be crumbled. I allowed for them to rest on poor foundations, and I didn't really go when I was told to go. I just was stagnant in life, and I just didn't really want, what was best for me. I didn't want it. I didn't want the best for myself. And so, hopefully, I can make better decisions to change that. Yeah. We have some comments here that I'm going to read now. I see NBA Youngboy, one of my goats. Ron's my brother. It's NBA Youngboy over here. He is the GOAT, like I said. Youngboy is, in fact, the GOAT. He says you need God. He's got a point, though. That boy, YB is a demon, baby, but why does his, bruh, he just got his tunes, bruh, it's like, it reads something in here, bruh. Like, his tunes really, they be touching me sometimes, bro, because it's like, tell me something that I don't know, like if your son want me dead. YB just be talking, bruh. Like, bruh, when I first got put on the Youngboy, bruh, I went on a Youngboy freaking bonanza, bruh. Like, I was hello. Cuddy. Hello? You have sleep calling me like, knowing dang well you gotta be up bright and early in the morning. You said you need what?
What did you say?
I'm asking what you said.
I saw one.
Oh. I mean, you gotta be up tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. But you calling me not to talk. I'm sure you're not here to talk. I'm sure you're here to, you finna go back to sleep, ain't you? So basically, I'm on live right now. I'm on stream. And I gotta pee. So 3 birds, 1 stone. Let's see. I got some comments to read here. I gotta catch up. He said, NBA Youngboy is the GOAT. I agree. Who was better, Juice WRLD or XXX? I'm not gonna lie, guys. Those are 2 GOATs, okay? Like we had the greatest XXX to ever walk the world. We got the greatest Juice WRLD to ever walk the world. I feel like they were both masters at their own craft, and we just gotta respect them for being the best version that they could be. You feel me? I don't really like doing a comparing thing because they both had 2 different walks, but they were both great musicians, you know what I mean? So they were both the best them that they could be. And that's just how we just gotta leave it at that. No need to compare. As we know, comparison is the thief of joy. We don't have to compare them. They were both GOATs. They were both the greats. All right. He says, oh, bro, I am super happy. Just passed my physical and drug test earlier. Got me a new job. Woo, woo. Return up in the chat for Big Lid. Nah, man. I got a driver to aid. Give me 1 second, guys. Hello?
I had a pickup from Benjamin.
Benjamin, what's the last name or the letter?
R.
Gotcha. Benjamin R. Right over there. Here you go, boss man. You're welcome. He says, nah, man, I'm here with you, and what sleep got on that? I enjoy your lives and company. I almost like, you know, something. We not even gonna continue that statement. Thank you for that, bro. Thanks for being here. Obviously, man, like, what a go. What a go. What a go. I might have overreacted a little bit, but we just gonna, well, let's just act like that didn't happen, okay? Let's just act like that didn't happen. Jeffrey says, stop calling yourself a nobody. You feel how you talk. Nah, facts. You're actually right. You're actually right, man. The more I talk about myself with a negative connotation, like the worse I feel in a sense, you know? So I should definitely stop doing that. Speak more positive. You know, as a youngin', I never really felt the need to do that. But, you know, the more that I do that today, it helps me walk with my head held high instead of like looking down at the ground and feeling down. So yeah, man, you're a GOAT, Jeffrey. Thank you for giving me that advice. Very much needed. And he says, RIP to the fallen legends of any genre. Agreed. I hate terribly how X went out. And even Juice WRLD, but it was just so unfortunate. When X died, bruh, it was at a point in time where he was literally trying to do good. Like, bro, like he was literally just trying to do good, bro. And so I was just so sick to my stomach, because it's like the man's music was just starting to, like, he started coming with a new sound. I'm like, bro, this man killing it. Like, he was killing it, bro. He was dropping banger on banger. World Star Hip Hop was on a 10 at that point, bro. Like, he was dropping heat after heat. And then they murdered, bro. I'm like, you murdered? Oh my, I'm like, let me just pause for a second. I'm like, you just really murdered one of the, he was on route to be one of the great, like, you can just look at it and be like, he's finna be one of the best. He's finna be one of them ones. Like, and you're hearing his music, you're seeing that he's gradually progressing. When he dropped Spotlight, Moonlight, Baby, I ain't trimming, I'm like, yo, he's different, bro. Or when he dropped, who am I? Someone that's afraid to let go. And it's on, if you ever wanna let me know. It was on, bro. He was on a rampage, bro. He was killing it. And then they kill him. They kill him. And I'm just like, bro, he was finna do great things. Why did they murder the GOAT? Why did they murder the GOAT for nothing? Like, I hate how people be dying over nothing these days. Like, it be over nothing. I hate when shit dies for nothing. I hate that. Like, it don't even be worth it. It's like, it don't be worth it, bro. And then them boys got locked up. And I think one of them got their booty took. I ain't gonna turn up for that, bro. I ain't gonna turn up for that, because RIP to that man's manhood. GG's. You know what I'm saying? And then it was in jail. I feel like when a grown man take your shit, it's like, bro, they got a motive. Like, they have a real motive. Like, they really here to take your butt. Like, what? That shit tough, bro. But, you know, a man's life was taken. They ain't killed, bro, but they took something, bro. Okay? And what goes around comes around. I'll tell you that much. But look, obviously, I'm not encouraging paying back evil with evil. I'm just saying they got what was coming. And somebody was coming. I'm just, hey, look, let me calm down. Let me really watch my tongue and talk with some purity here, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me chill. As for Juice WRLD, he passed away via overdose. And I don't really understand. I don't think we really know how that story unfolded or how his death really came to pass. Besides, like, they were searching, what was it, his plane, and he had some Yerkies on him, some Yerk 30s, and he swallowed it. Like, he just swallowed it so that he didn't get caught with the pills. And that just seems like I know Juice, he wasn't an idiot, bro. Like, you can just tell he wasn't a dumb guy, bro. So I know he had to be like afraid. He tried to really save his, like, not go to jail. And in that moment, he really felt like that was the best way to avoid that rather than just getting caught with the substances. But it's like, bruh, like, am I tripping? You got to know better than to down. Like, I don't know if it was a handful. I don't know how many pills it was, bro. But from my perspective, from what I know, I didn't do too much research. I didn't do a deep dive on how he died. I just know there were high doses of them yerks, bro. And, like, I just heard, like, he swallowed them all. Like, bro, like, Cuddy, like, let me take a moment. I'm leaning, I'm tripping. It's like, bro. Juice, why? Juice, you could have just got locked up. Like, bro, you could have just got locked up, bro. Now, I might sound crazy for saying that. Just go to jail. Obviously, we don't know, nobody got to be in jail, but it's like that versus dying, bruh. Or like, bro, you had to know, like I be thinking like, 10 minutes after he downed that bit, right? What was he thinking? Like, what was going through his head, bro? Like, what was running through Juice WRLD's head after he just downed a handful of yerks? Or, you know, maybe he's down that much before, so he probably believed that nothing was gonna happen to him. But it's like, you know, if he's getting searched, probably his blood was rushing, bro. Like, he was probably having like an adrenaline rush. Things were probably moving a lot faster. They probably metabolized a lot quicker. He was probably already off a couple yerkies as is. Like, I'm just like, dang. It hurts me, bro, because the day that he passed away, or the morning he passed away, was bright and early on a Sunday morning. I walk into church, my man's Kinte, we gonna call him Kunta or Toby, bro. First thing he tells me once I walk into the sanctuary was, bro, did you hear that Juice WRLD died? I'm off the wake up 8 a.m. I'm bright and early, getting ready, dressed up for church. I'm like, got my drip on, looking fresh to death to be in the presence of the Lord. And he tells me one of my goats just took their last breath. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't remember that happening yesterday. Like, I didn't hear nothing yesterday about that happening, bro. Nothing, bro. And so I'm like, yo, pull up like a blog or something, bro. Let me see what's really going on. Like, what are you talking about? And he pulls it up, and it says that Juice WRLD dies via, or like, you know, by an overdose, bro. And I'm like, what? And the first thing that comes to my mind is the song that he made, excuse me, when X had died. Was, I think, like Legends, it was something about Legends dying young, bro. And I'm like, that's just ironic, bro. It's really ironic, bro. Like, it's super ironic, bro. And the thing with Juice WRLD, bro, before he passed away, I was starting to get hooked with all his unreleased tracks. I started finding all his old tracks that I seen snippets to. And like, I was headhunting, bro. Like, I was looking for every track, making YouTube playlists, bro. And I'm like, bro, this man has some of the best melodies, some of the best flows I ever heard to date. I could not believe what I was hearing. And there's still this one song or this one snippet that I have in my Google photos that I know I won't find it, bro. I know I won't. And I've gone lyric for lyric, YouTube, Genius, bro, it's nowhere, bro. I just won't find it. And you know, I had to learn to be content with that like I wasn't gonna find it, bro. But it's like, you know, he was a GOAT, bro. Juice was a GOAT for real. Like, he was really great. And we lost him to something like drug overdose. It's just like, man, bro, like, you know, if we practice a little, if we practice actively, like, being content without these things, bro, like, he would have died of old age or something, bro. Like, an overdose wouldn't have been the reason for his, like, his passing, bro. And I just think about stuff like that, like, bro, if he wasn't even, like, if he wasn't a yerk head, bro, or a pill popper, bro, we wouldn't have lost him that way. Like, but it's tough, bro, because people do feel the need to, like, rely on these things, to rely on things like drugs and, like, pills and stuff like that just to enjoy life. And that kind of sucks that that's what they lean on, just to enjoy their existence. But you know, everyone's situation is different, so I don't want to judge, but it's like, man, that's definitely not the way to go about it. And as you can see, sometimes the repercussions can be a little too intense, and it'll push you a little too far over the edge, and there's no going back from some decisions. So it's like, you always got to think twice about these things that you take in, that you put in your body, regularly. And I look to some of these greats, and I learn from some of their decisions, just so that I don't end up, like, going down the same roads that they did. But that doesn't mean that I won't find my own poison, or, like, there won't be a poison out there that that'll take me down, in a sense. Like, just because I don't pop no pills, or I don't drink lean, doesn't mean that there won't be something that is the reason for my downfall. Shoot, anything could kill me. Food, I could choke on a steak. I can get set up by a woman. Anything could happen. Like, I can get robbed, broad day, murdered, bro. Like, murder. Like, I like, the reason for my death may not be old age. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we just don't know when we'll die. We probably don't know how we'll die, you know, unless you're having a bad day and you decide to take matters into your own hands, if you know what I mean. If that's not the case, bro, you just don't know how your exit in this world will be. But, you know, it's always good to learn from the people before us, the people with the experience, the elders. It's always good to learn from them, ask questions, stuff like that. Stuff like that. It's always good. Like, experience teaches, bro. And sometimes your experience might incite, like, fear in someone, but that fear will stop someone from making a wrong turn. You know what I mean? Like your experience might scare someone so much that they won't pick up a very specific bad habit, you know? I don't really encourage fear mongering, but fear will teach you a lesson or two in life. It will. It definitely will. But I got some more comments to read now. Let me scroll. Don't put those words in the universe. You got a job. You sound smart. Stop talking down to yourself. I don't want to hear that from you anymore. Copy. Lid says, also, I like King Von too. One of my friends showed me, took her to the O a couple years ago. Also, yeah, man, don't die yourself, please. You're hella man. Yes, sir. I don't even know what that means. Unmute. I was muted? That's unfortunate. Already back to falling asleep. LOL. Oh, you can hear her snoring? Yeah. Drake did it. I am the only white YN in here. Funny. LOL, sure. I'm as sneaky as King Von was. Funny. You know, I didn't really listen to King Von as much as like his fans because I think his music just sounded so negative. It was sounded hype though, but it sounded so negative that I couldn't get into it. Like it just didn't sit right with me, in a sense. But yeah, I think King Von was, I don't know who to even compare his music to. He kind of came with like his own little sound. It was nice. It was hard, I'd say. Definitely hard. I'm gonna put you guys down for a little bit. I have to take a bathroom break. I'll post you guys up right here. I'll be quick. All right, then. Shall we? Ooh. Oh boy. Oh boy. I can catch, wow. So I'm packing. Got a pack in order now. What time is it? I get out here at 3 o'clock and that is 2 hours from now. Alrighty. Let's work diligently. As I read you guys' comments. I can catch a hat and no witness. Yo, Jeffery, you still here? Nope, just me unless the counter is wrong. You still in school? No, I'm 35. I got out in 08. Awesome. Awesome sauce. BB, okay. BB2D, which is over here. The gloves. Got it. 08 must have been a time, man. 08 must have been like a time. Nah, I'm 35. I got no shit. Really? I got out in 25. You graduated this year? Or you're graduating this year? CDE? Or was that like earlier this year? I don't really keep track of school anymore. Okay. That's definitely the wrong one. Where are we at? Iced Blue Dragon Raz LTX. This looks like it, but it's not this one. I don't see any other Raz bars. Found it. Here we are. And then a Febreze can. Hey, Jersey. Big Ward. Big Ward in the building. I gotta admit, Joseph Ward is like, I'm sorry that I'm putting your whole name out there like this too, bro. Sorry. Like, but man, I definitely could not, like, I feel like my personality developed because of you a little bit. Like, I was okay back then, but bro, when I met you, bro, and we became like great friends, bro, like, your comedic timing was just unmatched. I have to say it. I gotta admit, I got a glaze where glaze is necessary. No donut. But your comedic timing was unmatched, bro. Like, I was so glad to have class with you some days, or really every day. But some days where I feel like it was like a day or two, bro, where you ain't pull up. I'm like, bro, no, Joseph. No. I couldn't do it, bro. Like, it actually saddened me a little bit. I'm like, yo, my goat not here, bro. Like, you were truly an inspiration. Not only that, you inspired me to, like, continue drawing anime and stuff, bro. But I kind of went past that now. And, like, I got to the point where I'm probably, like, a better painter than I am a sketch artist. Like, I think I paint better now than anything. But yeah, you kind of motivated me to do that. Like, you motivated me to not paint, but like to draw, or like continue doing things artistically. Wait, you draw? Yeah, I draw, but it's very minor, or like it's very minimal, and I don't have as bright as an imagination as I used to, so I can't really draw based off my just my well, I can, but I'm better when it comes with inspiration. And like I don't know what to draw, because I don't really seek, or like my mind isn't really filled with like my own thoughts like they used to be. Like, now my brain is filled with a lot of Bible verses, and I don't really know how things in the Bible looked, in a sense. Or, like, you know, it's hard for me to depict some things that I want to draw. But, like, when it comes to, like, drawing and, like, artistically, guys, sometimes I get biblical visions, like animations in my head, and I'll be like, yo, if I could put this on a screen for the world to see, oh my goodness, peak, guys, peak. No cap. If the Bible, like, no kidding, when, like, if the Bible could be an anime and not animated like the Prince of Egypt, I mean in anime, bruh. Peak, bro. If the Bible could be an anime, peak. I mean, you guys' minds would be blown. And I'm not saying I know how to do that or I'm able to do that because no cap, I can't. Like when I think of the Bible being animated, it's never as an anime. It always looks like, in my head, it looks like the Prince of Egypt. And it looks good and like the story looks like it's being like like it's unfolding pretty well. It's just it's not an anime. But it's animated and that's cool too. But it's just not an anime. And I like anime a lot more than animated films. And yeah, it's unfortunate because no one's willing to make a Bible anime because a Bible anime will take the world by storm. And people will understand the Bible to where it'll be, what's the word? Not like it'll be a mass, what's the word? It's like when people convert. They're like people wake up. A mass brain fart. It'll be a mass I might have to use Google right quick. You guys, let me get a Google break real quick, okay? Um, what is it called when people convert religions religion en masse? Not the word I was looking for. Okay. What is it called? That's not the word I'm looking for. What is it called when people I'm spelling people wrong. People become Christian en masse. Not Christianization, bro. What's the word? Not Christianization. It's not a revelation. It's like a reawakening or it's like a mass realization. A mass realization of the revelation of Jesus Christ. And so people like flock to the truth in a sense, and it's en masse. It's an R word. Okay. Bro. You know what's crazy is I don't have access to the word right now. I don't have access to the word right now in my brain, but when I get off stream and I go and just I'm living my life, bro, the word's gonna come to me and I'm gonna be like, that was the word. Oh, why? Why can't I have the word now? Why? Why? Bruh. Bro. What's the? I gotta do some research. Like this isn't okay.
You are chopped. What?
That's kind of rude. That brother wants smoke. I just got tagged in this. It says, ask somebody who still can't beat you in bowling. Does RJ think he has what it takes to really beat me? Wake me up when he's done joking. Is he done? I can't lose. What the? Renunciation? It's not the word either. That's a good try though. That's a good word. It's like a mass conversion. Like it's like a mass awakening, a mass realization of the truth. Like, and is it revelation? I gotta see. It's not like, is it revelation? It can't be revelation. It's not redemption. Obviously not redemption. It's, bruh, I'm tripping. Okay. I think I might have to give up here. Nah, real quick. Real quick.
Not really. Take a picture in TikTok. Go to the sound. Hey.
Revival. The word is revival. It's revival. It's revival. Revival. It's revival. That's the word. It's like a mass revival. Because it's like people are en masse once they're revealed the truth of Jesus Christ, they essentially go and they become reborn, now knowing the truth, and like they turn to Christ and they become a new creation. So they're reborn, or like they're brought back to life, revived, revival, and it's a mass revival. Bruh, I'm tripping. Revival. It's a revival, bruh. It's a revival. For the record, she definitely just called me back and went to sleep. I hear her snoring. You know, guys, snoring can be music to some people, if you care enough. But you have to care. Yeah. You have to. Oh, this guy says mandingo, man. Can I be honest? I do not know what the word mandingo means. Excuse me. I do not know what the word mandingo means. I don't know if that means I'm like childish or not well, I'm not educated. Don't know what it means. Don't know what a mandingo is. Sounds like mandingo. I don't know. A little lost here. Yeah. I'm gonna pack this 8-piece order. And then well, I'm just gonna read these now. Well, I actually don't feel the best about doing that mid order. I kind of waited longer than 3 minutes to start packing. So let me just knock this out the way. So I'm gonna read a little bit. Rectify. That wasn't the word. That was a great try though. I don't really know what rectify means either that well. Sounds like something I should look up on. A word that'll definitely help me in the future. He types out the N-word letter by letter. He says that word, no sir. Joe Schmidt points out that X was killed by Drake because he was bragging about in the song. You know, I remember when all that beef was going on and people were blaming Drake for that. You know, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, maybe X was just murdered because some people wanted what he had. You know, people in need. But obviously, you cannot always give people the benefit of the doubt. Some people are truly just envious and bad people, I guess. Like, some people are truly just villains. And yeah, that might have been the case, but don't know Drake. Don't know what beef he had with X. I do know there was that point in time where people were pointing out that Drake stole X's flow on a track. And I just want to say that, you know, people take inspiration a lot. And it's okay to be inspired, guys. I don't like whenever people take someone's flow and they say stolen, 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 instead of looking at it from the standpoint that maybe someone was so inspired by your flow, by your technique, by your musical expertise that they decided to imitate something that they were inspired by. Like I don't like that people do that. It's straight to stolen, stolen, stolen. Oh, he stole that nigga flow. Can we relax? Like, can we jump into, like, if we would just give people the benefit of the doubt and just overlook, you know, some things, then maybe there'd be a lot less negativity, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm not the dictator of these things, man. You guys do what you want, but me, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but, you know, that could also be my downfall one day. Just giving people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, could be. Just, you know, I like to see the good in people, but, you know, there are actual villains out there, so obviously be cautious, but if you could go for the positive outcome, go for it. Reawakening, yeah, I guess that too. Should have known that also. Yeah, she sleep. GG's. Yeah, I know, I feel it. Me and my ex would sleep on video chats together. Real. I think he was calling you black, honestly, which is okay, man. That definitely is what I am. It's always cool to point out the obvious. Some people just do it more often than others, I guess, in their own way. You know, people express themselves differently, you know. I say let them. Be free if you want to be free. See, me, I'm in need of order. Yeah, order's nice. He says, Joe Schmidt says, my brothers, talk to us, Mr. Schmidt. Oh, I pinned the wrong comment. I meant to pin Joe Schmidt. He says, rectify is basically to fix something, make it right. That word will be getting used. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. That's a word I'm adding to my vocabulary. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Jeez, my hair is actually like. This is just the early stage though. I'm supposed to be getting twisted, 2-strand twists. And yeah. This is just how I have to part my hair first. Then I gotta get my hair cut, get my line up. Looking a little rough right now, but hey, it's not the end of the world. Mr. Schmidt, I see that you called out to us. We're all ears, but in this case, we're all eyes. Talk to us. Let us know what's going on. If you're still there, that is. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. I'm young. But oh, anything could happen. Look at Gideon, man. Gideon cut his hair off at 20. I'm 23 right now, but that's scary, bro. He cut it off at 20, and then now he's a milk dud. A goat, but a milk dud. I'm not ready for that. I'm not. Give me till 50, please. 50, bro. 50, bro. Don't let me go bald just yet, bro. I'm not ready. I'm not. Oh, there was someone who said they wanted to see when I was bald. Um, who was it that said they want to see that photo? Let's see. Was it Jeffrey? Jeffrey's not here. But let's see if I can find that photo of me being bald. Yeah, it definitely exists, and it's definitely out there. And Jeffrey was here. He asked for it. I promised him I'd give that image. And he's not here right now, but let me be a man of my word. Let's see. Bald. Yeah. Probably in this album here. Definitely after that. Definitely after this. After the waves. After the do-rag. Goodness, I was a crazy kid, and I will say that. Yeah, crazy kid. Look at this real quick. Hold on. This is me drawing a self-portrait. I was on to something, I'll say. I was kinda cooking. It looks very bad with this front camera. If I flip it, like, I needed to draw the guideline here though first, which I didn't really follow down to a T. But I just stopped because before I could finish, I moved schools. Remember, these pictures are actually funny, but like dumb. Let's see. Bald. Oh yeah, we're close. It's funny. uh, Comedy, bro. Okay. So I got a couple of images to show you guys from when I was bald, and just don't laugh too hard. It wasn't that funny, but let's relax. How do I do this green screen thing? I didn't think I'd be putting this thing into use. Hold on. Okay. No! No! My head! Oh, oh my. Jeffrey, you asked for this. Would not do again. I enjoyed my time as a bald man. Would not do again. Like, look at my brain protruding up there. Oh my. Cuddy. I'm tripping. Look. Oh my goodness. How could I do this to myself? Like, who did I think I was? Like, who did I think I was? Andrew Tate. Oh my. Oh no. What kind of pills? Like red pill, blue pill? I'm a tweaker. Never again. Never again, bro. Just never again. I'm disappointed in my decision. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. And I just got an order. Is this real? Nah, for real. Oh. He said both pills at the same time. I was definitely on something. Yo. Never again, man. No cap. No cap. No. That's how you know I was going through it, bro. There was something that really compelled me to cut my hair was as long. It was shorter than this, but it was like, I'd say probably to around maybe this long. Like I had at least this much hair. Well, you can't really see that well. Just know I had almost enough to have like a mini fro, and I cut it all off. Mainly, I know one of the reasons was because not only was life beating me up, I think there was a piece of me that didn't want to have to, while life was beating me up, I did not want to have to do any maintenance on my hair. So, yeah. I just cut it off. And I went through a mental storm. Yeah. Like, I let life beat me up in a sense, like I did. Okay. It's currently 1:30. I started work at 11 o'clock. I think I'm gonna end stream around 2 a.m. As of now, I'm averaging around 2 hours with stream length. I'm averaging around 2 hours, and that's what I've been kind of going for. Is 2 hours, 2 hours. It's 2 hours chopping it up with you guys, and you know, just enjoying you guys' presence. He said it's only 12:36 over there. Not bad. You know, time zones are cool to think about. But it's like as the sun and moon moves, it's like people are always waking up and people are always going to sleep. It's cool. Like, it's awesome. And you know, that's divine design right there, baby. It's awesome. Like we're like on a big farm. It's like a really, really big farm. So y'all want to laugh a bit, LOL. You got a joke for us? I actually enjoy laughing. But it's hard to make me laugh. Well, it's not hard to make me laugh. It's hard for me to make myself laugh. Yeah. It's hard for me to laugh at myself. Like, I'm not like a comedian, but, you know, yeah, I'm just not a comedian, I guess. Um, uh-oh. I'm located in NC, which is North Carolina. Yeah. Oh, it's a state, I guess. It's where I've been living for the past 8 years. It's cool. It's calm, not too much goes on. Well, not too much went on when I was younger, like 8th grade, but recently things have been looking odd, I guess, or like really grim. Really grim. Like people just been acting up, acting out of line. Yeah. I think the air is getting polluted down here. And people up here, their cognitive functions are slowly, I don't know, it's just, I don't know. At least in my city. But you know, bad things happen everywhere, so I don't want to just generalize where I'm staying at and say that things are bad here, or just here. Have you ever fought? Have you ever fought? Because I have, just for fun when I was younger. Like gotten into a fight, like a fist fight with like people. Like, yeah. The first fight I ever got into, excuse me. The first fight I ever got into was in 5th grade, bruh. Or no, 5th grade. There was this dude named Joshua Morrell, or Joshua Murray, one of them. And he was just one of those kids that he was hothead, but he really just took any opportunity that he was like upset and like pouting to lash out in his anger. And I wasn't really like scared. I was more like when he got upset, I got excited. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like an angry bull. He was like an angry bull. And so, but we were friends though. We were friends, but I made him mad one day intentionally, and I think he took the opportunity to beat me up. My lips are getting dry. I keep looking at my lips, but they're getting dry. I see them turning white, and I'm starting to feel like I need some Vaseline, some chapstick. I need some. But boom, I took the opportunity to. I poked the bear. Okay, that's what I did. He was throwing rocks at me, and like or really like pebbles. We were going back and forth, throwing rocks, pebbles, whatever. And we were outside having an outside day while we were having the gym. And on the way back in, he was opening. He was holding open the door, right? And obviously, we just got from throwing rocks, but we were going in. Obviously, it seemed like he was just he was done having. We were done playing, I guess. But he was in that bit like he was. I had the pedal in my hand, and he was like, "Don't do it, Daniel. Don't do it. Don't do it." And, you know, I'm just poking the bear. I'm like, got the pebble in my hand. Flute. Like I tossed it. Ran in the gym. Tripped. Like it was a horror film. And he pounced on me while I hit that motherfucking. And he just was punching me punching my spine, basically. Like he was punching me on my spine. But it only lasts like 4 seconds because I went into a position where I was just not in the mood to fight back. We were friends. I wasn't gonna fight my friend. Like, it's not something that I definitely was like comfortable doing. Like, I would have definitely there's like a beast in this guy that had to be put to sleep. And you can't really awaken that beast by getting me to fight my friend. That'll just put the beast to sleep even more. And I think you can only awaken the beast by like messing with my friends. Yeah. But it's just anger. Underlying anger due to childhood traumas. But they're being held at bay thanks to talking to God for real, man. Like, anger is real, rage is real, and I should really definitely like work towards like, I mean, I already don't rage now. Like, I don't have any reason to rage. I'm not gonna cap. I might have raged a little bit though recently because like people just like to poke the bear, man. And that, like, you just, you know, you get what's coming. Excuse me. And I do the same thing sometimes. Like, sometimes I poke the bear. So that could just be like, what goes around comes around, you know? But it's like, I gotta stop poking the bear, guys. And as for Joshua, yeah, that was my first quote-unquote fight where, you know, fists were thrown. I didn't really retaliate because I don't really feel comfortable hurting my friends in that way. Like, physically, like throwing blows. And we were kids. That was like 5th grade. I don't know. Definitely wasn't nothing major at the time. All you saw was a little kid punching a little kid that wasn't really fighting back. And yeah, I looked at his face. You could tell his heart wasn't really in it. You could tell he wasn't really angry, you know. You could tell he just got bored. Yeah, he was bored, bro. I don't know, you could just tell. Like, you know, he probably liked to fight for fun, but I guess there's just no real fun in fighting someone who doesn't want to fight back. So he just stopped. And yeah. Now, there was another fight that I got into 5th grade against this one dude who, his name was Noah, and hold on, I gotta go in here real quick. We have 14, which is 9 here. I was wrong. Give me 1 second to finish this order. Oh, here it is. So 5th grade, there was this dude named his name was Noah, and he was one of those kids that had to leave the classroom into an isolated classroom. You know, he got like special treatment, but he wasn't like a special kid. He was just like anger management. Like, he couldn't really perform well in a classroom because he had untreated anger issues. And he'd probably be more of a disruption to the classroom he was in if he wasn't sent out to go learn and do his classwork elsewhere. And this guy, he liked to poke the bear too. And it started with one of my next door neighbors and classmates named Nasir. Nasir got bullied though. Like, people bullied Nasir just cause he was a small, scrawny kid. And like, he always complained about being treated unfairly. And I can understand, like, but it's like he was always B-wording, bitching. That's the word. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, he was always bitching. And he was small and scrawny. And his mom didn't really like how he would do all that whining. Neither did his older brother. So they encouraged him to fight for himself. Like, fight for himself. And it's like, they told him to fight back instead of always whining and crying. And so, unfortunately, his arch nemesis at the time was Noah. And Noah, man, he poked the bear. Or like, he poked, I don't want to call it a bear, because Nasir wasn't a bear. But he got poked. He was bothered all the time by Noah. And I would just watch that and be like, Noah, just leave him alone, bro. Like, you always messing with him. Like, Noah, he always wanted to fight this man Nasir, bro. Like, he always wanted to fight him, bro. And I was cool with Nasir because of Beyblades, okay? Beyblades had people, communities. Like, Beyblade was really, like, a thing for real. Like, we was really bladers out here. But, you know, stand up for him one time, bro, because watching someone get picked on is just no fun, bro. It's like you start to empathize a little bit, or like it just feels wrong witnessing it and not doing nothing about it. And I said something, he told me to shut up, and I don't have anger issues towards people that disrespect me. Like, well, normally I don't, but if you tell me to shut up, it's like we going back and forth with it now. And I'm gonna just start heating up little by little, but I've never heated up to where I feel the need to attack you or put my hands on you. But he was the type of person who would get angered or let his emotions get the best of him, and he would just go up to you and put his hands on you. And that's what he decided to do that day. Unfortunately, he poked the wrong bear. Okay. Yeah. He really tried it with me, and I'm not gonna lie. I just beat him up. It was really weird because his arm was already messed up, like his wrist was already messed up. And he just started hitting me. He's in that bed. He's just, and I'm like, whoa, he's actually hitting me. So now I actually have the opportunity to fight back. So I'm staking him. And he starts putting his head down and starts like this, pushing me, right? And I fall down next to the trash can. So now I'm on the ground. I'm like these. Ugh. And he's trying to, his arms is not as long as mine, all right? He don't got the wingspan. But he's trying to, but he's not reaching me. I'm on the ground hanging on to his shirt. And I'm decking him. I'm really giving this man, I'm feeding him, bro. Feeding him straight blows, right? Now, look. That guy has never been beaten a day in his life, okay? He was never beaten, like, in a fight ever in his life. But that day, he really bothered the wrong guy, or really just went toe-to-toe with the wrong dude. And I might have humbled him. I'm not sure. Something clicked in his brain that day. From that day on, I really didn't see him as a friend, but we became, I forgave him, bro. Like, I had to forgive him, bro. Like, I wasn't comfortable being friends with him at first. Like, I wasn't comfortable being friends with him, but he wanted to be friends with me after that. And I was just like, dang it. Didn't we just fight like a couple days ago? Like, didn't we just get done like hating each other for like 5 minutes? And obviously he might not have seen it like how I did. I didn't hate him. I just didn't like the way he carried himself. But there was no hatred. I definitely was not planning on speaking to him or anything like that. But we ended up becoming like a duo for the next couple of months. You know, he followed me everywhere. We'll be partners in class, work on assignments, you know. I don't know if he had anyone ever stand up to him. And that might have been what caused him to trail me that way. Like, he just started following me and like seeking my approval in things that I could care less about, honestly. But that was the result of that. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I did not seek to be his friend after any of that, but like, I had to learn to become, or like to forgive my enemy in a sense, or like, you know, be willing to kill my ego for someone who wronged me in a sense. Not in a sense, he did definitely do me wrong just out of anger and out of the lack of control of his emotions. But I had to overlook that and, you know, forgive him. And yeah, I did. And honestly, he wasn't the funniest guy in the world, but he definitely was a good kid. He was a good kid. And I don't regret like befriending him. But I do want to admit that, like, I did not intend to be friends with him at all. But I befriended him because it's like, man, look at him. He's innocent. He's just a young kid, man. I can't hate this guy. I couldn't, man. I didn't have the hating bone in my body to hate him, even after what he's done. Like, so, yeah. Cool kid. Well, cool. He was a dickhead. An asshole. But we became cool. You know, a temporary friendship came out of that. He for sure moved, and then I don't think I saw him again. Or no, I think like we couldn't be friends for long. But he stopped bullying Nasir though. He stopped that. That came to an end. He calmed down. Like his anger went down. He wasn't like an angry hothead anymore. I do remember after the fact, my homeboy Keith Kawan, he was in that bed talking about something. Y'all seen when Daniel was on the trash can, he was while he was on the ground. I'm like, dang, I might have been piecing him a little too crazy. I probably didn't have to do him like that. But hey, we were kids. You know, kids doing dumb things, making dumb decisions. You know, in environments that like we thought we could do that. And you know, we really didn't understand our emotions or how to react to things properly. And there was also one adult, so it's like everything was in their power. And you know, when you know how when fights start to rile up, they start to get started. The classroom gets loud. There'll be the ooh, 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 oh it, oh it, oh it. That probably overstimulates the teacher as well. Like, you know, it's a lot going on. Won't be happening in my vicinity. I just grab you, bro. Like I can't be a teacher and you think I'm not gonna stop a fight in 1.2 seconds. I'm just gonna. That's it. That's how the fight ends. Oops. It was the high school gym ego. He definitely. It's so crazy because he had no followers. He was really a lone wolf. Like he was a lone wolf. Just I don't know. The power had to be at home. Like most of his power had to be coming from his household. Like it's junk crazy, but I hope that he's somewhere doing good, man. I forgot what his last name was. Oh man, now that I mentioned the name Noah, there was another Noah that just came to mind. Cool kid. He ran funny, but yeah, his name was like, anyways, cool kid. We're approaching 2 a.m. One thing that I noticed that I do when it comes to these live streams is when I close out, I tend to stretch out the outro long as ever. Like the outros be super long and I'll be stretching it out, trying to talk to you guys and get my goodbyes in. But there's only 2 of you guys in here, so there's not too many people to say goodbye to besides the other viewers who may watch this in the future or not. But I thank you guys for coming into the stream, keeping me company, allowing me to keep you guys company, talking to me, being in the comments, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I highly appreciate that. Once again, you guys don't have to be here, but you guys take time out of your days, your nights to be here with young Dan, the real rookie. I'm really an underdog, man. I'm not a GOAT yet. Sooner or later, I'll achieve GOAT status, but it'll take time. Let me just read your comments here. I told myself I was going to cry. Just give me a second. Indeed, bro. Be blessed. And if you get back on when you get home, I'll come back. I don't deserve this. I don't. I told myself I wasn't going to cry. Let me log in. And from Joe Schmidt. Love you, brother. Be safe and careful knowing the corrupt cops. I shouldn't laugh at that, but I just want to know why you thought of corrupt cops. I just want to know. I just want to know why you thought of corrupt cops, bro. Just now, bro. It's funny, but we will be watching for corrupt cops. I'm glad that you even mentioned that because I do get stopped by the police very often. And I don't think it's because I'm black. I think it's because of my vehicle, which I don't have my own car. It's my brother's car. He has a dark tint. My aunt's car, she has a headlight that was out. So yeah, I always get pulled over because of the vehicle. But most of the time, I'm not doing anything illegal, and I don't get suspected for anything illegal. So I'll be good. but I don't have a license yet. I got to get on top of that. I got to get my license. I need to get some insurance, stuff like that. I have to get on top of this. Like, as a grown up, as a 23-year-old man, I need my license. I need insurance. I need to make sure I'm covered. I'm covered in these areas. And you know, up until now, I've been getting lucky. I've been getting off the hook. I've been getting lucky, guys. Like I'm tripping, to be honest. Like, I'm tripping. I need to get on top of that. But you know, I'm young, and right now is really the best time to knock these things out the way, so that I don't have to worry about taking my driving test in the future. As well as I drive now, man, it's like, you gotta have it on paper. You gotta have the documentation. And really, I let these situations, I let these life circumstances get in the way of that. Guys, I'm doing it again. I'm literally yapping. This is supposed to be an outro. Thank you guys for pulling up to the stream. Thank you guys. Joe Schmidt, I appreciate English, Dan. English. Mr. Schmidt, I appreciate you for sticking around. If you haven't already, I haven't gotten used to telling people to subscribe. I would love it if you did subscribe and join the community. Right now, I'm just doing live streams, but inherently, I'm not a streamer. I'm a YouTuber. I'm gonna be dropping videos in the future once I get the equipment for that. So I would love it if you would subscribe and, you know, stay tuned for that. I appreciated your company. I would love to see you in the comments when I actually start dropping videos. And I hope you enjoyed the content. I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet, but I'm gonna make sure it's heat for you, you know. And you coming around the live and letting me converse with you, it helps me like know who Joe Schmidt is. That way I can make content that's tailored to you. And Lid, a GOAT who has already subscribed to the channel, I've been talking to him, and you know, I've been seeing his genuine kindness and his realness. I can make videos tailored to what I think he'll appreciate. You know, just me trying to be genuine. Like, I can make content like that. And I would love to do that for like a big group of people. Just content that you guys will enjoy. That's it. I would love to do that. Just make content that you guys would enjoy, that you guys can sit back, throw on your TV and just enjoy, man. And just, you know, like you guys know how you get a meal and then you get the YouTube video up, and you know, you got it's like a perfect combo. Recently, there's not really that much content out there where you can sit back and enjoy and like laugh at or just have like a good time watching. I want to do that for you guys, man. Okay, I got you. And I jumped a tall gate and ran to Glee's place and sold him the stain. It was like 50K. Can I be honest? I'm going to read that one more time just in case I'm like not slow, or just in case I am slow, right? I'm just going to read this and let me know if I'm slow. Okay, G, I got you. And I jumped a tall gate and ran to Glee's place, right? And sold him the stain. It was like 50K. Are we rapping right now? Help. Help. Mr. Schmidt. What am I reading? I need some more context. So I'm rapping. He says, okay. Oh, wait. If you need video help or whatnot, let me know one of these days. I'll shoot my Insta or something, and I'll play with you. And if you want Minecraft, COD, whatever COD to whatever I can. So you're goated. You're giving me your time and your energy and your breathe. I'm grateful to all of you guys, man. Thank you guys, honestly. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for dropping likes. Thank you for subscribing at all. Look, I really feel like I don't deserve this. You guys are going to say I do, but trust me, there's really a piece of me that really feels like I don't deserve it. But thank you guys, man. Much love. We're approaching 2-something. Let me just see what time it is. 2:06. It's way past my time, all right? I've only got a couple more minutes before I got to go home. You guys are goated. You guys are the best, honestly, bro. Much love. I'll see you guys later.